shot, take it place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Speed up in the dark of the room. Hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune. No fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in. No fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick your lane. One shot, take it place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine. One more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear it rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown,
of Mythic Showdown Season 3, hosted by Wardroom Games. Today is none other than day 2 of the Switch stage for top 16 teams, and onto the casting desk. This will be me, Sarah, alongside the very talented and the very pretty Debbie.
Yeah, we are excited here as you all can see because we're gonna have two teams that's gonna be facing against each other in this best of one series. And now we can see that two of the teams, one is from the open qualifiers, the other are invited teams. So which says a lot about the level of competition that we have in this tournament so far. So the names are actually Azalea Bloom from the open qualifiers, and then IGN, the OZ people that's coming from the invited team. So Sarah, I think we all know about these two teams, right? This is going to be interesting since the start.
Exactly so. Azalea Bloom, they recently played in another tournament under a different org's banner, and unfortunately, they did lose out after top 4, but that was against IQSA12. Currently, one of the top teams in India as they are considered, but tonight they're against IGN. Some of the most experienced players in the community, having over 7 to 8 years of experience, such as Witch, Doom, even Joseph, Corey, and everyone else. So they will definitely be having like a tough time. But Azalea Bloom, despite being a new lineup, I feel like they can perform. They have a good, very strong early game hold onto their gameplay, but towards the late game, somehow it falters. Meanwhile, IGN is one of the teams. They love the pick-off style gameplay these days, thanks to Doom being onto the roam, and of course, which synergizing perfectly well with them. But they also hold the late game very strongly. Joseph can tend to be a little impulsive sometimes during the Lord fights and maybe with his position or decision making, but it is completely balanced by the amount of patience which has which balances the team so well.
Yeah, and now I think now that I think about it, it's kind of funny because I see IGN will be having the first pick and Azalea will be having the second pick. And like you already mentioned, they are for IGN they are a team that might likely be focusing onto the pick off, and Azalea might eventually focus onto their comfort here because early game is their strengths. So late game is where IGN actually shines because of the, like you said, the veterans that they have and one rookie onto their side. So this might eventually come in handy for them. But looking at the band so far, Glue taken away. This is their classic style. The bands are very classic from IGN, and then the Phobias as well, which looks like they do want to play the Paquito because I think Corey's been very comfortable with the Paquito as well. But Azalea, they know that Joseph is their opponent. They ban away the Fredrin.
Obviously, who doesn't ban Joseph's Baxia and Joseph's Fredrin? Those two heroes he's too well known for these days and has been for a while. But other than that, with the meta shifting a little more towards the utility, you pick up a damage EXP and then you pick up a utility jungler. Of course, the Akai, Fredrin, Balmond, as well as the Baxia. These are 4 priority bans these days. IGN, they love that kind of a game style, very brawly, but still somewhat of a pick-off base because they have constant stuns, so we'll be able to see something around that very soon. Yes, they do take away the Marcel. So far, with the Paquito taken out, they do have the option for, the Harriet, the Paquito, like you mentioned, but hopefully and most probably Azalea will be here banning out the Jushin. So that's one mid lane meta hero being taken off the board.
The versatility of Witch into the mid lane just says a lot about the versatility of the team because he is the mage, right? And with the Buckshot ban, like you said, the Jushin can be an opener, but they also have the Paquito if they want to play because it also looks like they want to play the Paquito with the Phobias ban. But then again, it can actually come later when they don't have another thing to prioritize. But okay. Stick straight to the point, Corey. I think this guy's been spamming this hero for a long while, and look at the direct answer, the Duxian and the Harriet. I think I like the Harriet against the Paquito for some reason because other marksmen kind of struggle against this hero.
That's what, right? Harriet gets a lot of sustain from what's the build again? Yeah, the Feather of Heaven and the Stadium Skate. So once that's built up, he can dash around, he can actually dodge the jabs coming in from the Paquito and also dish out an equal amount of damage. And along with Jushin just hovering around with the Lantern's Flare, it does make a difference into the game. But Executor here, he is definitely going to be picking up the Claude. That is one of his comfort heroes, and against the Harriet, it does work out from till the mid to late game phase. But if the Harriet builds up something like the Oracle, then maybe the Claude might be in a little bit of a danger. Again, a
Yeah.
toolbox-based composition coming in from IGN, which is going to be playing the Yeep. That's going to be an RWM coming in along with the Blazing Duet. And of course, Corey
Yeah.
can just flicker in and finish it up. So they've got a decent setup, initiate, and then blast off and finish composition so far. Azalea, meanwhile, they go in for the chip. Now, that
Wow.
is a bit questionable in the sense it's not a very regular pick against Claude and Eve, but we'll have to see how they execute this.
That though I think I would like to say that Rahul the Destroyer is completely comfortable onto this hero, so I think this might be one of the comfort that he wanted to use for, and it can actually work wonders for the team. But like I said, it's a bit too tricky to pick up the chip when there's already a lot of damage dealer for the side of IZN, because the three first phase heroes are already a lot of damage. And I was trying to say maybe Joseph could go something like the guy into the jungle, but Azalea Bloom, they read this out so well, man. Look at them. They ban away the Akai. So they are trying to limit down the amount of tanky jungles on the side of IZN, because with the Paquito coming into play, they look like they wanna trade towards a bit of a tankiness into the jungle as well, so that they can use the Paquito as the main damage dealer after the Claude, of course. So they are limiting down the amount of heroes here. So IZN, what could they ban here though? Should it be into the jungle? Oh wait, Sora instead. Okay, no problem.
If they do ban the jungle picks here, they're just going to be limiting down Joseph's hero pool even further. Because
Yeah.
as far as I can guess, Azalea is definitely going to ban out his Fanny. That
Okay.
does leave out the Balmond so far. But guess what? Azalea are the ones who have the first pick towards the second phase. So they can just steal it away. And Balmond actually works here because they've got a very teamfight oriented combo with the chip coming in and then there being the Jushin almost immediately. IGN takes away the Arlot. Fair decision
Yeah.
against the Paquito because the Paquito doesn't have that much of sustain to take damage from all the slashes coming in from the Arlot. But other than that, their jungle is going to be limited quite a lot if Azalea picks up the Harley or the Balmond here. Joseph is just going to be left with the Leomod, Yisunshin, and one of his two picks into the jungle, and they need the sustain because they've already picked up a damage jungle for Corey. So Joseph here needs to think about the last option that remains for them is again the Xborg, but in this game, Xborg is going to struggle a lot.
Yeah, but one thing I like for Azalea is gonna be, I was trying to say maybe something like the carry, the Elise into the XP lane, because it does really well against the Paquito as well as the Eve, and you can combine it together with the chip as well, so you can get instant crowd control when you have the sword cut coming through. But maybe they want to go a little bit onto the damage side because of the Ruby here. And this Ruby is not really a sustain Ruby, it's more onto the damage side, and I think they have enough damage to deal with because of the Harris. Okay, I don't really like the Ruby here in this scenario, but let's see though how they can actually figure it out. But IZN, what's left for Joseph though? They have the Leomord, the Zuyo, or like you said, the Ballman if you want to play the Ballman. But for Doom, does he go for a pick off or try to counter? What is left for him?
Oh, this is actually decent. Yeah, we like it. We like it. Yes, the Guinevere, again, a very setup oriented. The glorious pathway, the Guinevere jump, RWM, Blazing Duet, and then the flicker finish from the Paquito. Yeah, that's a very good vision that they have right now. Azalea, meanwhile, they have they were going in one direction with their draft, but they suddenly just flipped it over to a pick-off orientation somehow.
That's what
I believe they're just going in with the comforts at this point. Ruby is decent against the Paquito, can sustain, can deal some damage with the ultimate, but then again, the Nolan here would have to play it safe definitely because the Yve can't really be one-shotted. She can just build up some defense like the brute force. Claude is the one he can take out, definitely. But he will also have to run from the amount of dive that IGN is going to be going in. But overall, what's your thoughts, Debbie?
Yeah, I think Ruby and Milan caught me a little bit off guard for Azalea. So this is gonna be a little bit, messy to the point for Azalea into the later part of the game, especially. But ICN, they are very clean with it. Look at them. Their lineup is definitely very, very good because they have equal amount of magic damage plus the physical damage and a very good disengager with the Hylos or an initiator on top of that. So this is a beautiful lineup coming through from the side of IGN. So let's see though how the rotations coming through, because early game will depend on to the mid lane.
Absolutely so. And now, welcome to the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. And while these mid laners, these beautiful heroes, Eve and Jushin, battle it out amongst themselves, we'd like to inform you of one thing, that we have a beautiful giveaway ongoing. On the point, we hit 200 concurrent viewers on any of our English
Wow.
or Hindi streams. We're going to be giving away 3,000 diamonds. When it hits 400, we'll give away 5,000 diamonds. And when it hits 500 concurrent viewers, we are giving away a whopping 10k diamonds, and each person is going to be winning 500 diamonds. So definitely like, share, subscribe to the channel, help us with the algorithm, bring in your friends so you can be the one to win some diamonds while you're just enjoying these matches.
Yeah, this is like a very free gift from War Jones. But hey, we are gonna be witnessing these two teams playing against each other for the first time. IZN finally with a new lineup. They have the concussive blast roamer into the mid side, which means they want to go for a bit of a better clearance. Early rotation coming through onto the top side for Joseph here, so that they will be able to get a very, very good rotation for the turtle, which is usually what teams have been doing now, because before the turtle, right, you want to activate your XP laner as much as possible. For the side of Azalea, though, their focus might be into the mid lane.
Exactly. They want to cut off the rotation towards the turtle, and they just want to get a pick off so that they have some advantage. But for now, it feels like the Guinevere is still in a pretty decent position, shares the EXP wave, so he can have a little bit advantage as compared to Izzo. But Izzo is somehow already level 4, so that's going to be creating a major advantage for him on towards the retry damage. Jushin again definitely has some advantage. Oh, there's the first blood coming in from Izzo. He gets it onto the Guinevere immediately. Rahul the Destroyer has to flicker out of the situation. But a good fight coming in from the side of Azalea.
Yeah, I think they wanted to go for a pick off because they know that they don't really have the momentum to start the turtle here, so they opted to go for the fight. This is what you usually want to do. Focus on one person, and they went all in on the Joseph. And mind you, Sarah, Joseph is a very hot and cold onto the Guinevere. He does well, but he really does worst at one point. It's really one of the heroes that is a very double-edged sword for him. But Turtle by Edro, that's definitely going to be a good game coming through for the side of Azalea. So the rotation is actually working out. IZN, who love going for the theoretical style, is being disrupted by Azalea, who's been so messy and so very decisive on the way that they are fighting.
Yep. That's what, right? Like I told you, Joseph, he takes a few impulsive decisions here and there, and Guinevere is one of those 50-50 double-edged sword picks from him, where if he gets a setup, he's just going to be finishing them off. But if he doesn't get enough backup on time, he's just going to be falling prey before important objectives. And here, towards the first turtle, the chip managed to zone him out very well, and that was one of the reasons that Izzo just managed to seal out the turtle. Oh, that's going to be the shortcut coming in, but okay, they find Korikuri in the middle of it. They also find Joseph. The Yama that connects, and that's going to be a beautiful team fight coming in from Azalea.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why we never expect to look down onto Rahul the Destroyer, man. This guy is so good onto the decision making sometimes that it usually works out when his team is on par with him. And I think they really are together in this department here because they want to negate the amount of damage that Korikuri can give onto the Paquito here. They are trying to focus him a bit too much. Look at that top again.
Yep, they already got a tower, that too under the 5-minute mark now. That is pretty impressive, I would say. And on towards the goal lane as well, the Arif is managing to secure those last hits, so he won't be facing any issues either. As for the side of IGN though, they do lack the amount of crowd control. But the thing is, they don't have that kind of a burst either. They are more DPS kind of thing. They go in for the brawly fights, they go in for the setups. But onto the side of Azalea, somehow what felt like at first a questionable pick, the Nolan the Ruby, somehow it's working out for them.
Yeah, and I think the team has been so active around the map that it makes it so much harder for IZN to maneuver around it. And that is so much better here to play against IZN. They struggle against chaos. And if you give them chaos, they will be getting taken down just like this. But Joseph into the vicinity here, look at that.
Okay, Chip has to flicker out of the situation. Does use up the shortcut though, so all the members of Azalea are going to be there at the fight. The Rupee is going to be taken down a little bit too low, and he has to play it safe for his comfort. Which ultimate though, I mean, okay, that's fine, but he did use it up before the turtle fight even broke out. So maybe it was just a defensive measure against the shortcut. But for now, as far as we can see, oh, Joseph misses the jump. He's so very low. Cloud has the Lantern's Flare. He's going to get the kill immediately. Corey Cutie again gets knocked up. There's going to be a beautiful knock-up coming in from Cloud. Inopino is very low there, but he still manages to get back into the fight. Corey Cutie will be taken down. Harriet still has the ultimate onto him. The Demand Force is active, but they managed to take down two, and they should most easily be getting that turtle in their favor.
Yeah, that was some beautiful stuff that we witnessed there, Azalea. That was a perfect movement coming through from them. They were trying to go for the shortcut here, baiting out the RWM as well. And they completely ditched the team fight when they know that IZN already used up all their resources. They disengaged bot lane.
Okay, Harriet. Smart moves coming from him though. Like, he is positioning himself so well. Ray probably thought there that he's gonna go and stun, and XZ can probably use up the ultimate on him, but XZ didn't have the ultimate. So that was a little miscom, and the glorious pathway got used up in the process. But other than that, I feel like it was a decent attempt and the thought was there. But Azalea Bloom as well, they are playing it very smartly as of right now.
Yeah, the thing is, they are so smart with their decision making here. They are trying to instigate the team fight. They blew up a fire, and when IZN pure the fuel, they fueled up the fire. They just left it like that. And it just means that they don't entertain them with any kind of team fight, and that made it so much harder for IZN to respond to the plays that they have been making. Looking at the emblems, not the emblems, the builds so far. Sky Piercer for Cloud here onto the Junction, which is very understandable because they don't really have a jump. Joseph?
Oh, okay, that's going to be a beautiful jump coming in from Joseph, but Cloud did have enough sustain, and now Joseph is going to be the one in danger. Raul the Destroyer finishes him off, which is also in danger here, has to figure out of the situation. Corey Cutie comes in for backup, shortcut will be used up. Blazing Duet comes in from XZ, he's trying to go in for Raul the Destroyer, but Raul flickers away. He has the movement speed and the shield. He is going to make it out alive with the 5. Now the mid lane is going to be the one at risk. But they do not have somebody ranged enough to take down that tower. Again, Azalea Bloom comes out on top from that team fight.
I know, man. This chip is such a rage baiter, man. Look at that, though. Are they trying to do something, though?
Oh, no. This time he is going to get caught.
Okay.
I think he just underestimated the members of IGN at that point because he was going in 1v4 against, what? I don't know, but whatever. Now, IGN are the ones who have a chance at this Lord. But the Nolan is at a whooping level 30, and if he can manage to steal the red tree somehow, Rexy will be the one getting it. Blazing to it again on the backside. He looks like he's going to be caught out low. Corey Cutie manages to flicker and finish him off. That's going to be a beautiful shutdown coming in from the side of IGN. This is the comeback we were waiting for.
Man, that looked like a team fight a team I know should do, but Demand Force just to survive. But Azalea Bloom, they were doing so well into the early stages of the game where, oh wait.
Oh no, okay, XZ manages to finish up Raul the Destroyer, and now Cloud is going to be the one to fall. That leaves the mid 2 turrets open for the side of IGN. 5 versus 2, and those two, can they defend is the question. Misses the ultimate, but then again, it's fine for now. They still do have the goal lead. I mean, it's practically negligible right now, just 100. But then again, IGN, what a beautiful equalizer coming in from their side.
It's just, it was funny enough that it took just one team fight for them to get the Lord, and Azalea do lose everything that they built up for since the start of the game. And now with the the control onto the map they have, it's gonna be so much harder for Rahul the Destroyer to play from the flanks because he's always gonna get spurted out. Because now IGN, they are looking stronger here. They have lessened down the goal lead that Azalea Bloom have right there, and they took it for themselves here. And they were able to take out the outer turrets too. So that is just one fight, by the way, only one fight. And they were able to achieve so much with that. This comes down to how the decision making coming through for both of the teams. And I think that one important gank onto Rahul the Destroyer make eventually everything work. But onto the other hand, I feel still there's still chance for them because Max is having a lot of farm on his hands. He does need the Holy Crystal to come through, but already at Trinity 4x, he kind of just have to get that ice, the Winter Truncheon, and he's gonna be ready to go for the fight.
That's exactly what. And the thing is that Executor has been playing the smart game for the entire duration. All right. The thing
Mm-hmm.
is, he was there since minute one. He didn't leave his lane as much. Harith came to the turtle twice. Fine. Azalea got the turtle twice. That's fine too. But Executor somehow managed to keep up whatever farm he would have otherwise. Oh, but Corey Cutie shortcut onto him. That's going to be a beautiful armor pen coming in, but Blazing Duet onto the backside. Nothing to stop the Blazing Duet. That's quite a lot of damage coming in. Nolan onto the backside, getting caught out here. Array chasing them off. Cloud is very low here, which is still full HP. Cloud on the backside, fighting against 3. Gets Rahul the Destroyer into that fight. Now he has to run, but Harris gets the last hit from his first kill. Again, a 2-for-2 trade coming in by both of these teams.
Yeah, beautiful setup coming through for the side of Azalea, but then again, they take a kill onto Executor, so that's definitely going to be a good gain for their side because Max hasn't been taken down just yet, so that's a beautiful trade out. But onto the other hand, IGN still have ways to survive because lore is already going to be up. They have the turret advantages. They might eventually go try to set up for the longness because after all, they have a Paquito who thrives really, really well onto the opposite side of the lane. But onto the other hand, Ejo, that is his comfort pick, by the way. He might get spotted out. Joseph, he knows. Beautiful maneuver, though.
Exactly. Beautiful maneuver. That's what, right? That's where the experience comes in. That's what. And as far as the goal lead goes, it is now tending onto the hands of Team IGN. And this is what I meant by late game. You know, the Claude pick works out so well here because if the Jushin uses up the landing flare on someone else, it will be difficult to mark down the Claude when the shortcut opens up because there's a lot of things going on. And now Rahul the Destroyer is going to be the one. Oh, he just runs away with his passive right there.
Nasty. Like I said, rage baiter of a hero, that's Chip, and when Rahul is the one using it, it's gonna be definitely tenfold. But hey, this time around with Agila being so behind, they have a lot of heroes that is going for the initiation rather than going for the that's my goal!
No way, he just did that and then he just ran away so nonchalantly as well. But seriously, that was a big brain move and nobody from the side of IGN kind of just noticed that. This Lord, it's just going to be defended now, but okay, an engage coming in, beautiful shields coming in, and Joseph with the jump this time, Violet Requiem on point, Aerith has to run, towers will be defended, but Executor manages to get 3, there's just 2 people left to defend everything, Cloud has to use up the Lantern's Flare, he's low, he doesn't have the Purify, but the base is going to be in danger, he's zoned down, Exy finish this off, he does! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mythic Showdown Season 3, where experience surpasses everything else.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, Joseph. Yeah, that was the brighter side of the Guinevere pick that he had. Perfect jumped onto the sword cut. Amazingly well done. It's just 2 fights and they won the game perfectly well. Azalea, they were doing everything right since the start of the game, but like you said, the late game came so much surprising for them because they weren't able to do anything at that point. IGN, they were playing the team game, staying together, taking the lore, setting up the long lanes perfectly well. But you're gonna be having their own youngest player here. I think the goal laner Claude. Yeah, Executor, man. MVP.
He's the underdog, and he's one of those underdogs you need to watch out for. Back then, we had Toby. He was being showcased so much for performances. Exy didn't get a chance to showcase himself like that, but this time he's there. So, Debbie, ask your son to be careful. There's competition coming in.
There's so much, man. I see a lot of young bloods. You're gonna be seeing them into the third game as well. Yep,
Yep,
that's another one. But these goal lanes, man, they got something into their pockets. So
crazy.
I'm kind of excited. You know, when you put one good rookie who have very good micro in a bunch of veterans in a good way, they always have chances to learn, and they have like a very different kind of discipline. So I think Executor also was having that year, right? He only got pick off once, and I think that was just because he was actually trying to go in for the damage which he didn't see coming, and they did really well. Azalea Bloom also, you know, you cannot come toe to toe against IZ and into the early phases of the game and get away with it, and they were doing so well. We just were confused about the Ruby pick, but I think they kind of made it work because of the chip onto Rahul the Destroyer, and I think these kind of heroes are going to be something that they will find success in. So I think teams might eventually focus onto that as well, but they did really well though. The late game, the later part of the games where they struggled.
That's exactly what. And like just before the game began, we were talking about the teams, and I told you that Azalea performs beautifully into the early game, and somehow late
Mm-hmm.
game they just mess it up somehow. It always happens. They can go 16-2 and then mess it up, and that's kind of what has been happening to them since yesterday. And maybe it's the patience
Mm-hmm.
which builds up after having years of experience, and that's what we saw against IG, and that's what we saw yesterday against SATUL as well. So definitely,
Yep.
they can just work on it. But otherwise, I think it's a beautiful, beautiful effort coming in from them. The pickoffs from Azo, the farm gap he did in the early game against Joseph, that was very mentionable as well, because if you still notice, late game Joseph is still at 14, but Ezo is already 15. So definitely a little gap there. Joseph needs to watch out too. But other than that, I think both the teams played amazingly well, but it was IGN who
Mm-hmm.
triumphed.
I think IGN are the one with the less mistake. That's why they were winning. And Azalea Bloom, when they were trying to go for the contest onto the Lord, understandable, like you said, the levels gap was so much better for Ejo because he was level 15. But they kind of turned the tide around with that for IGN, so they were focusing onto one person, and their brains were united, their targets were united, and I think that's how you want to play the game. You don't want to be messy onto the team fights, and I think IGN actually mastered that. I was actually trying to see if they lose today because I was casting, but they won, so it's a plus point.
Big plus point
Good
indeed,
game.
because winning the first round in Swiss actually matters a lot. So you know what, the stakes are so high this time, because every single time here deserves that top 8, top 4 spot, and it's just going to get harder on from here. But I think that was it for game number
Mhm.
1, Debbie. Once again, reminding you all there's a giveaway going on. 3,000 diamonds at 200 concurrent viewers, 5,000 at 300 concurrent viewers, and 10k diamonds at 500 concurrent viewers and 400 likes on any of our English or Hindi streams. So make sure to share it up, make sure to get the views in so you yourself can win some dials while, I don't know, watching the matches or having some popcorn. But that will be it for the first game. This is me, Sarah, and Debbie taking off.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in out, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the crown. Make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear the rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the crown. Make your move now, make it count now. Here we calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mythic Showdown Season 3. Right now we've got the second day, second match. Obviously y'all are in it. We've got Daaku Sena versus Kon Esports. Today on the caster desk it's me, Crucifix. Joining me it's going to be Jeff. What's up, Jeff? How's your day going?
Hello Crucifix, the day's been going really amazing except for one point which you know about it, but yeah, leaving those aside, we are here for a really electrifying game between two teams, Daaku Sena versus Kon Esports. I have heard Kon has one of the youngest gold laner prodigies, like you know about him, Skyzen, with his new lineup forming up, so I'm really excited to see what these lineups, both these lineups will be bringing us, because Daaku Sena as well. Knowing them, they haven't been active much, but expecting the experience that they have, I think that they would be doing really well. But yeah, leaving those aside, if we are talking about the previous game, because let's not talk about the future game because those are left for the players. But if you're talking about the previous game, Crucifix, there was a rotation that I was speaking about yesterday as well. And I think you might know about it as well. But have you seen it?
Yeah, I actually practiced that myself, but I do have my own spin-off on that because, obviously I've got different priorities. I don't really go for the litho. I just jump directly into the lane, gold lane ganks first. I think that's the best strategy. You don't get into an early fight. You try to play passive, especially in solo queue. You cannot really trust your teammates to have your back. If you actually see that they actually have some, sort of teamwork synergy with you, then I think you can. Maybe in the early fight in the gold lane, that's where you might be able to shine with your random solo queue teammates. But all in all, I believe that if you are solo, it's rather better to actually avoid the litho, play it safe, try to actually protect your buff from getting invaded, and then just go for the green buffs instead. I think that's the best course of action. What do you think, Jeff?
Hey, see, I won't say that you're wrong, but when you're playing 5-man, there is one really new rotation that I have figured, like we have just seen, which I recently figured out myself while playing Link. So what you can do is, you can steal your opponent's either the Fire Beetle or the Horned Lizard, which gives you a boost on towards the level already. You can go for it, take it, come back to your Fire Lizard, go through your buff, take your Lava Golem, go for the Litho or go for your purple buff. Crucifix,
It's Horned
those...
Lizard, bro. You're a caster, you're supposed to know this stuff.
Hey, come on, tell me, correct me now, come on.
It's the Horned Lizard, by the way. It's not the Fire Lizard. The Fire Lizard doesn't
Hey,
exist.
I said the fire crab.
Oh, you said the Horned Lizard. Sorry, Fire Lizard. Guys, drop it down in the comment section if Jeff is wrong. We're gonna make sure that he actually knows he's wrong. Hey,
Okay.
we don't really...
Okay. But yeah, anyways, thanks for cutting me out there. But anyways, like I was saying, this rotation... yeah, so this rotation actually grants you level 6 before the first turtle. So just imagine, Crucifix, your opponent's still on level 3 or level 4 while you are on level 6. But yeah, this is a big gamble. You can't do it with a tanky jungler. You will need to have a really fast jungler, and that includes either a fighter or a Sashin jungler. So Akai is an exception, I would be saying. But then again, one of your either roamer or the mid lane will have to check the other side of the bush where you are going for the opposite for the jungle. So you will have to make sure. That's why I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. This is either a trio or a 5-man setup rotation.
True. I mean, I understand that. Hey, Jeff, I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm getting a real quick call, so give me one moment. Hello? Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me just tell you. Viewers, we've got some news for you guys. It's something interesting because the moment that you hit 200 concurrent viewers or concurrent users, CCU, you will be getting 3,000 diamonds. I'm not really sure how it's split, but you will definitely get a 3,000 diamond drop. If you go for the 400 concurrent viewers, that's going to be a 5,000 diamond drop, a giveaway. And also, if you hit 500 concurrent viewers, you're going to get a 10,000 diamond drop, a giveaway that big. That's not happening anywhere else, only in War Drums. Make sure you actually get your friends in on the action. You might just be that lucky one getting 1,000 diamonds in your pocket without any work whatsoever. Anyways, back to you, Jeff.
Okay, I mean, you were just talking about the giveaway. Oh man, that's really interesting already. Just imagine small viewerships but large diamond amounts. Oh man, who wouldn't want that? So yes, make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to share the stream to your friends as well, to your friends, family, dog, relatives, cousins, whoever it is. Make sure to share it to them and make them watch the stream as well, because who wouldn't want diamonds, right, Crooks? Come on.
I mean, just give it to me instead. Thank you.
I mean, the Street Fighter skin is coming in. It's right around the corner as well, Crucifix.
I mean, I'm not interested in Street Fighters anymore, to be honest.
I mean, it's up to
I
you.
used to be more of a Mortal Kombat Tekken guy.
Let's be honest. I know you won the Aizen skin on Argus.
Really? After Argus got nerfed to the ground? No.
Come on, I mean,
I'm
you
not
being a
spending
mate.
single dime on that game after they ruined my boy Argus. Just know.
Hey.
Depressing, dude. I've been, highlighting Argus among every other hero for the past 6 to 8 years now. I mean, around 6 to 7-ish years. No, 6, 7 mentioned, by the way. 6, 7 years. Screw it. Yeah, around that much time, I've been glazing Argus, and I cannot believe that Moonton decided to actually, drop my boy like that. So it's just bad. Sad.
Hey, come on. Oh, wait. Let me just fix my camera.
Hey, look. The bans are coming in, Jeff. We've got
Hey.
2 bans already.
Oh, man. My cam is messing me up. Okay, but anyways, we are in towards the draft here, Crucifix already, and looking on towards it. Oh, Fanny and Phobius from the side of Team Daaku Sena, while the side of Team Kon takes out the Freya. I mean, see, you ban out of Pakito, you ban out of Phobius, you would definitely want to ban out of Freya as well, because you won't want to mess a hero with almost infinite dashes now.
True, and there's also Pakito, so that's still an option, by the way. And suddenly, for some reason, especially after the Berserker Fury buff, we're now seeing the Mosquito meta, where Pakito goes into the EXP lane and Moskov goes into the gold lane. This is something that I've been noticing for quite some time now. So why don't you guys try the Mosquito meta?
Okay.
Just haven't tried it. Get a
Yeah.
You've got a roamer, you've got Pakito and Moskov, Mosquito forever, dude.
Yeah, your Mosquito meta, I won't be saying it's bad, but yeah, come on. A Pakito on towards the EXP with a burst while Moskov scales and in the late game deals the damage. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I think we can try it Crucifix in rank. What do you say?
I'm definitely down for it, but the fact of the matter is, Berserker's Fury got a little buff. Every basic attack that Moskov lands with a crit, you're basically guaranteed to do crit true damage that allows him to actually deal damage to heroes that, previously he couldn't actually deal with, like tanks, maybe tanky junglers, tanks in general, EXP laners. He's absolutely massacring them, so you might as well try this already. Berserker's Fury crit build Moskov is definitely very dangerous right now.
I mean, if you're just speaking about Moskov here, what about Layla? Can you imagine? Early game you might get harassed, but in the late game.
Oh wait, the moment that Layla actually starts hitting from range, it's guaranteed to be a crit. It's considered a crit, I think. The passive
Yep, it is.
Malefic Gun actually considers, every basic attack that goes after a certain range to be a crit damage, crit. So wait, every basic attack does crit damage? Layla meta? Really?
I mean, it was when the Malefic Gun was in meta specifically to counter Bruno, by the way.
True. I could actually see that happening. But again, the draft's starting up. We've got Guinevere getting picked onto the side of Team Daaku Sena. Right now, the other bans that had just happened, we obviously missed that because we were talking about mosquitoes. It's such a buzzing topic right now. That's very funny. Talking about punny, we've got Fanny getting banned off. Lilia also gets banned off. Phobius onto the side of Team Daaku Sena. They've got these 3 done. Pakito, Freya, and Marcel. No surprise here. All these heroes, when the moment you actually have Phobius getting banned off, these heroes, I think, were a very, duh moment. So, yeah, these heroes get banned off. We've got now 2 picks. Jeff, what do you think about them?
I mean, see, you have picked up a Guinevere. You can make it a flex, or no, I won't be recommending Guinevere on a flex because there are far more other roamers that have recently got buffed, and I would be putting Guinevere on jungle all the time above the, not above, but other than the other heroes. But yeah, a roamer with a perfect tankiness with a sustain, or a perfect hero which can set up for the Guinevere's spatial migration combo and the Violet Requiem. So I think somewhat of a Grok or an Atlas would be a far better option here. But hey, speaking of that, Moskov is here, but the Kyuzo is missing.
Pakito is sadly sitting on the sidelines, making sure he's got his popcorn.
He's on the ban, yep.
And juice ready with himself. He's gonna watch his brother Moskov, have fun today. Daaku Sena though, they've got. Oh, yesterday was Daaku Sena. No, it's Daaku Sena. Mosquito.
Yeah. Now I realize. Yesterday we cast for a similar name, Daaku Sena.
The under 16 team for Daaku Sena. I mean, no jokes. Jokes aside.
Hey, but wait.
Sora.
Speaking of that though, the side of Team Kon Esports, looking on towards them, they have a Claude, they have a Heave alongside a Akai here. I'm having some memories flashing back of yesterday. If you remember of Moskov and a Claude matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it did happen. We had the Claude absolutely, getting demolished by a Moscow. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again because Claude usually just builds Trinity. That's got a power scaling that everyone already knows, but the Berserker's Fury buff might have actually increased the critical damage build for Moscow. He could also obviously go for the Trinity build, yeah, but the critical build is where the damage is at. He's able to do a lot of damage to squishy heroes and make sure they actually get bursted down, and he does not have that drawback where he has to do less damage to tanky heroes now because of the true damage that Berserker's Fury deals. So for now, at least, I believe that Moscow actually has the upper hand in terms of draft. But what do you think?
I mean, coming back on towards the draft, though, if we are looking on towards the side of Team Kon, we are already on towards the second banning phase, and we can see a Valir being taken out. I mean, it is a perfect hero to be countering out the tanky frontliners, especially with the fact that they might go for more tanky heroes with the Roamer and the EXP, and I'm pretty sure that Akai would be on towards the jungle side. After all, he is one of the fastest clearance on towards the jungle side, and yes, he was before as well, but people were just underestimating him on towards the jungle side. He was more of an optional pick rather than going for a main meta pick, but hey, he is on towards the meta now, and he is shining far more than he should be. But hey, coming back on towards the draft, once again, we can see the high-lows being taken out from the side of Team Daaku Sena and from the side of Team Kon Esports. It's going to be the Atlas, so they would not want any combos to be paired up with the Guinevere's Violet Rec Room here. While they might have left off Grok open here, Akai's heavy spin is definitely going to be countering out really hard. But overall, in terms of objective control so far in this draft, we can see that the side of Team Kon Esports, they have a little superiority. They have a little upper hand against the side of Team Daaku Sena at the moment. Especially, Crucifix. There is a Belleric from the side of Team Kon Esports. I'm actually having some flashbacks now.
Well, yesterday, I mean, the Moscow still managed to do a lot. Aaron, the creator, was creating memories for us yesterday, so I think we can't really jump up on off of that data for now. Atlas gets banned off, so the side of Team Daaku Sena, they go for the blue instead. I do not understand that pick, but it could work because obviously, they've got the Sora. We could actually pull everyone with the Torrent form, Shifting Skies, and also then give a chance for Guinevere to make a big set with the Spatial Migration of Violet Requiem, Moscow for cleanup, Gord for the slows, and also Blue for the slows. I understand the vision behind Daaku Sena's picks. But the side of Team Kon Esports, they've got Belleric who taunts the enemies. I think that could give a good setup for the heavy spin. Or then again, the Akai could actually work solo, and leave Belleric, Claude, and Eve to do their own thing. But Akai right now does not look like he fits in here.
Okay, I like the fact that the side of Team Kon Esports, they did not commit fully on towards the tankiness, but they have picked up a damage dealer as well. They have a Benedetta, which is looking really clean for me at the moment. Both these drafts, they are looking solid. They have the backline hunters, they have the front lines, they have the backline protectors as well. So they kind of have a mix of everything right now. And if they want to, they can isolate each other and they can take one member out from each other. So coming on towards this draft here, overall, both these drafts, they are looking really perfect. But as Crucifix always says, this is just the 40% of the game and the rest 60% is on towards the execution.
Yeah, and it's not perfect, though. The side of Team Kon, they could have gone for a Ruby, Yuzong. There are so many heroes that could actually give the damage that they needed. But instead, they go for the Benedetta, a hero that can, you can catch the Gord, yeah? You can put pressure on the enemy mage. But the rest of everyone, they've got escape skills. They've got skills that could actually help them dodge away from all of Benedetta's slashes. Again, we're in the land of Dawn. Jeff, what do you think about my observation here? I think the Benedetta would have actually been a second priority pick, not the best option here. Ruby, other heroes could have actually made more of an impact in this game, especially if Akai is going to go solo. Make sure that the enemies can't catch up with the heroes that Kon is actually marking down. Maybe Guinevere and Sora could be taken down first while Akai baits out the backline and make sure they actually stay away from whatever the side of Team Dawn actually is trying to do. For now, at least, I don't believe that Kon... Oh, that's a lot of damage with Sora. What emblem is he using?
I don't bush. Okay, that's a lot of damage. But hey, Crucifix, your vision on towards the draft that you just put out here, that's absolutely solid. But hey, we can never underestimate a win here. We can never underestimate our Benedetta player, especially with the fact that if it's your comfort hero, she can be a really slippery hero at the same time, a really strong hero to take down your backliners and always run back. So I would be saying a Benedetta is somewhat of a gamble on your own micro here on how you play out the cars on towards here, on how you decide how the team fights airflow would be. But hey, the tempo is definitely really slow at the moment on towards the pace here because this is just a laning phase. 2 minutes. Wait. Oh, it's not the 2 minutes. Okay. But hey, the time is still going on, and the side of team Daaku Sena and team Kon Esports. Both these teams, they will be playing really passive at the moment. None of the teams, except for the mid laners, would be going for those aggressive pulls here because mid laners, whoever wins the mid lane, definitely has a far better option on towards the upcoming lane fights.
Yeah, and look at the positioning from the side of Team Kon Esports. They're trying to put pressure onto the EXP lane. Surprisingly, this is what most people do. The gold lane is actually kind of like ignored, and this is why I prefer going to the gold lane because nobody usually actually comes there. And the EXP laner, you know, he's a tanky boy. He can always do that. You know, tank all of that damage. So,
Yeah.
understand what they're trying to do, but DS, they're gonna go in and try and start a ward, turtle. They're gonna get it without any
Ooh, the
contact.
speed.
Kon Esports, Kon Hopper, there was nobody, and Kon was not actually aware that Daaku Sena would take it that fast.
I mean, nobody would be, but oh, hey, there is going to be a heavy spin used up, which is going to be a really huge resource being burned. But hey, the flicker was baited out on Jazz here, which is a really good thing. Oh, but there it is. The Mystic Gush already comes in with the stick catching Abstract, and he will be abstracted into death. But hey, look at that crucifix. The first play has been made by the side of Team Daaku Sena with the first blood and the first turtle.
The first turtle, I loved the way that they actually just bursted it down with 4 people. The side of Team Kon didn't really have any chance to respond to it, but you know,
Look at that, man. Look at the Patrick.
What are you calling Patrick? His name is Blue. Oh, look at that top lane. Quick
Oh.
jump, spatial migration,
Okay.
and then Violet Requiem
Look
for
at the
the end.
follow-up.
Hide on a bush was not hiding in a bush. He was in plain sight.
Ooh.
And Benedetta was taken down for the count.
The second scale not coming for the rescue for that Vinny here, and the spatial migration and the Violet Requiem combo absolutely disrupted the combo from that Vinny here. Not able to escape, not able to do anything, and there it is, the death for Benedetta. The second kill of the game, which is on towards the hands of Team Daaku Sena. Already 1k gold lead for them, and the fact that the second turtle is about to be coming up in 35 seconds. There is still time for the side of Team Kon Esports to at least try and contest for the turtle here because they have a heavy CC lineup here. They could easily go ahead and take up the turtle fight here, especially with the fact that they have a perfect zoning capability with the heavy spins and the Belleric always standing up front. But the one thing that they need to make sure is Silver, Jazz, and Funny and Peekaboo. These 3 are going to be the main pick-off form from the side of Team Daaku Sena at the moment, and if even single one of them catches anyone, there is going to be Peekaboo who will absolutely destroy the HP of any target that is being taken out.
I agree, but all in all, we've got one ultimate being used up, RWM, to no avail. We've got Gord running away with his life. He's got half his HP back with the regen spell. We've got the Spear of Destruction connecting. Spear of Misery does not connect though. Benedetta is able to escape from there. We've got the Torrent form, shoot the skies. Sora jumps in, Blazing Duet in the back line. That's a heavy spin. That's not heavy enough. Silver gets the turtle, and that fight continues. Win against the lost here. That's going to continue with Sora continuing the fight, and he's going to stay alive for a bit longer. Silver gets the kill on Eve. Oh, we've got Fountain Valentine here for the cleanup. Double kill. And that's the wrap for that team fight. The side of Team Daaku Sena overwhelming the side of Team Kon.
For none, and the fact that the side of Team Daaku Sena was able to take down 1 turtle again. This just makes their economy way too absurd right now, especially with the fact that they were already taking up the jungle creep from the side of Team Kon Esports here. They are looking really stacked up right now. There it is, the concentrated energy for Silver, but the Demon Hunter is going to be completed for that Claude as well, but Skyzen taking up a lot of damage by Silver. Instead, there it is, SOD connects as well. The Blazing Duet was there, but no use as he will be taken down. Jazz, he is one. Look at him, man, the way he's running around with that skin of Patrick.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Come on,
I don't
you
know
can't
why
hate that. You can't hate that skin. Come
No,
on.
not that. I love the skin. Yeah. I don't know what I just witnessed. Yeah, the Purify was baited, and it was okay. We've got a heavy spin. Talking about that, he's gonna go back off because obviously there's no point in taking a fight so far into the enemy's jungle. But that Spear of Destruction connecting, the Purify being baited out. Oh, we've got the stick. Jazz making sure that Blade is taken down. The side of Team Kon does not have an answer for this. RWM also wasted. The side of Team Kon, they can't really make any play whatsoever here. They're losing numbers and members, one by one. But that's stacking up to a big, big lead for the side of Team Daaku Sena. They're probably going to be able to get this one buff too. Okay, they've got the Wrath of the Dryad. And the Spatial Migration used on the Cyclone Eye to actually extend the duration of his dashes. That's an absolute amazing play from the side of Team Daaku Sena. They were able to steal the blue and red buff and then also put pressure onto the enemies without wasting the retribution. The turtle spawned in. Nobody from the side of Team Kon has the confidence to start the turtle fight. And Moscow pushing the top lane tower.
Exactly, the side of Team Daaku Sena complete control over the map here, and the side of Team Kon Esports unable to do anything at the moment, especially with the fact that they have lost 8 members while taking none on the trade here, and 3 turtles as well given to the side of Team Daaku Sena. And speaking of that, the purple buff was also taken off, so just look at the dominance of the side of Team Daaku Sena. And as we're speaking, there it is, the shifting skies, hide on bush, gone towards the killing spree, the heavy spins is there, but Remax will be the one taken down for the first member here, and there it is, killing spree continues. There it is, hide on bush, takes down another kill, the blazing druid was there, but once again, Skyzen, the only member surviving, might be taken out, but no, he does manage to escape. Daaku Sena takes down again 4 members from the side of Team Kon Esports while only leaving Skyzen to be alive.
Oh man, dude, 404. Right now, Hide on Bush has got the error 404 not found symbol on his KDA. The guy is an unstoppable force. That flicker jump into that second skill, catching 2 people, making sure he got the double kill. Mystic Gush now catches that guy with stick. Very sticky. The panda cannot run away from all of that blue. And that's another wrap. We've got another buff being taken. The side of Team Kon Esports cannot really answer to whatever Daaku Sena is bringing onto the table. They might be rising stars, but Daaku Sena is the stars. DA. SDA.
Okay, we get it. But hey, there it is. The Spear of Misery actually connects onto us Benedetta, but manages to escape into that also. But the stick is there. Jazz with the one caught. Man. Poor Jazz, he just wanted to stick on towards the Benedetta, but was taken down instead. But hey, there it is. There is going to be the Thorn, but at the same time, RWM for the Spatial Migration and the Wilder Raccoon will be there taking down Abstract once again. But there it is. The Spears actually connecting. Wind will be the one taken down way too early on, but the shutdown on towards Funny Valentine is finally here. Skyzen will be going back at the moment here, but the side of Team Daaku Sena, they do not want to stop anytime sooner. They are chasing the members of Kon back here. Flicker baited out on towards that Remax, but he will be taken down. A mega kill. Shifting Skyzen will connect with the floor. Purify saves the life of Skyzen at the moment, but there it is. The side of Team Daaku Sena absolutely showing the dominance on towards the land of Zwan here. The experience is speaking for itself here.
Funny Valentine was able to make a good play on the top lane.
Exactly.
I believe that the moment that he actually saw the Belleric's first skill, the taunt coming in, he sidestepped, and then went into the RWM, used the first skill, jumped out of the RWM, stayed alive. Absolutely crucial movements there that allowed him to stay alive for a bit longer, that forced the enemies to come out of their comfort zone and into the enemy's faces. Look at that, Spear of Misery, and that's gonna be a taunt.
Wrong move.
Valentine getting taken down. The blade on his throat by Blade took him down, obviously. That was a very bad play.
I would agree.
If I was actually the marksman.
Especially with the fact that the Lord was just taken by your team side, but you had to be overconfident. You got your SOD connected. You went straight on towards that fight here, and you were caught off. Even though you baited out a lot of balls, but I don't think so that is going to be the valid point here, because you are the marksman, you are the main pusher of the team, and you are the one who got taken out. So never in a lifetime you would want to make up that bad of a trade here. But hey, the Lord is still marching to the bot lane, and I would recommend the side of Team Daaku Sena to would have at least hold on the Lord for a little longer so that they could actually fix up the lane situation and can actually go in for a really huge fight here. But the top lane is being pressured, so does the bot lane, but the mid lane second tier will be taken down with the Holy Grail being popped open. But hey, the bot lane is still being pressured right now. Wind will be the one doing a lot of things, but the Jazz is still doing a lot of annoyances here with his stick and split, not the split, but only the stick here. But oh, look at the bot lane almost being taken down, but it is still going to be defended at the moment. The mid lane base turret is looking in a really bad situation. The bot lane and the top lane minions are still going on. The bot lane will be the one taking down. The first base turret of this match is out. So does the top lane. Nope, it does survive with a lot of HP remaining.
I see the potential for the side of Team Kon to make a comeback. That's only if the stars, Daaku, Sena, actually gets taken out. At least 3 members should be taken out for them to push at least 1 tower. There's not a single tower in the game that's been taken from the side of Team Daaku, Sena. They're not allowing it, but look at that. We've got the facial migration connecting. One big jump, Win gets taken down, and that's one big loss for the side of Team Kon because Win's ultimate is one of the best wave clears that they have right now. Nobody else has that good of a wave clear on their team. And, you could actually say that Blazing Duet could, but you would rather put that in a team fight, scenario and use the Blazing Duet to lower the enemy's HP down. But I don't think that Kon is actually trying to do that. They're trying to make sure they stay alive. That beautiful
Jazz.
spin.
Look at
Jazz
him.
is able to get the kill on the enemy mage. Beautiful Wrath of the Dryad, but that's not actually
Facial migration.
Facial migration with that beautiful Mystic Gush. Takes down the enemy jungler, blade taken down.
Another one.
Amazing connection with the space.
Ooh,
Okay.
Shifting Skies.
Shifting Skies, catching 3 people. Jazz taking down 1, and that's also gonna be another one. Abstract getting taken down 2. 1 member alive, that's Win, and that's gonna be a very bad position here because Moki gets caught. Win gets taken down. That's a wrap for the game. At the side of Team Daaku, Sena, they get a win for free. Oh, well,
Absolutely.
They get
Ooh.
the kill on Win, and then they get the win. I think that's a double win.
Okay. Double win strategy. But hey, this
Win.
is what we are talking about, Crucifix. This is Mythic Showdown Season 3 after all, where experience actually matters. So does your skill, but hey, if you have experience, you will gradually improve your gameplay and your team synchronization as well. And this is the difference. You might have a lot of skills, you might have a lot of potential on your side, but when it comes towards the experience part, it definitely speaks for itself, and this is what we absolutely saw here. Daaku Sena being one of the OG teams out there in MLBB esports here, definitely spoke for itself. They did their parts here. They went absolutely unkillable on towards the first 10 minutes of the game here, though they might have lost a few bodies on towards the late game part here, especially with the fact on towards that funny Valentine. But hey, coming back on towards the stats here, and the MVP being the Peekaboo Predator, absolutely with the worthy of MVP here. Look at that KDA 5013, and whenever there was a team fight, this guy with his bouncing balls always catching anyone that he can.
No, I mean, no offense to Peekaboo Predator, but I believe from the bottom of my heart that Hide on Bush was the most important member in their team right now. They had all of that beautiful sets only because Hide on Bush was there, and I agree. Peekaboo Predator is a good player. Okay, he's very good, but come on, dude, you gotta give the
I mean, yep, I do agree. Hey, the way that he was using the shifting skies, man. The way he was using the shifting skies whenever it was necessary, going straight on towards the back line. There is a true MVP of a EXP laner here. He does know how to do every single thing excellently on towards the team fight, especially on towards the first turtle. The way that the side of Team Kon Esports did try to force on towards the fight here, but he just stopped them. Man, that is one hell of a EXP laner mentality. But then again, the side of Team Kon Esports, like you mentioned, Crucifix, a Yuzong, a Ruby would have been far better than a Benedetta here, and there it is. The KDA is showing that you are absolutely correct here with the 062.
I mean, hey man, what
yeah.
can you really say? That Benedetta is not a good option here. The only thing that I actually saw a possibility for Benedetta to do, no offense to the player, Win is a good player too. The thing is, the only possibility where I saw Benedetta being useful in this game, at least, is either when it's actually, paired up with the Yeeves RWM,
Exactly.
which never actually connected to multiple people and did not really make any change to the match. No offense to the mage, but when the only other time that I actually saw a possibility of him being useful was to clear the minions, and that guy was not actually, he was not alive for most of the times where they needed to clear the minions fast, or the Lord, which kind of led to this. I don't understand why that Benedetta is here. There could have been so many other better heroes. So
Yeah, I
many
think
other.
I think a Lapu Lapu would have been a far better option here, especially with the fact that they have
Ruby
a
would have been
glue.
better.
I mean, see,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
go ahead.
I can actually understand that. Yeah, with the glue on the enemy team, a Lapu Lapu would have actually made more sense.
Exactly. But
Ruby
hey,
too, but like I
yep,
think
a Ruby
Lapu
would have worked even better, especially with the fact that her damage recently got buffed up. I mean, she is a really hell of a menace on towards the EXP side as well, and especially with the fact that they have a lot of grouped up heroes here, that would have worked out even better. But when it came on towards the practical part here, definitely a Lapu Lapu would have worked out far better, especially with the fact that he can sustain a lot more than Ruby, and going on towards the damage side as well. A Lapu Lapu with his with his bravest fighter combo, that's a really hell of a heavy hitter here. And on towards the laning phase as well. I think against the Soda, Lapu Lapu would have worked far better, especially with his passive granting him more shield.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, we could always, see a Lapu Lapu.
Hey, Crucifix, but wait.
Yeah.
I mean, we can take this a long, long time, but don't you think that we need to proceed on towards the other games as well?
Absolutely. We're going to take a short break. Make sure that you guys get up to 500 concurrent viewers. Because 10,000 diamonds, you don't want to sleep on that. So make sure you do that. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Peace out.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, crossing line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Hear it calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark, we came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, hit the edge. Cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now.
Hello everyone, welcome back once again to the most anticipated tournament of the Indian community. This is Mythic Showdown Season 3. Once again, it's your boy Fredo. Alongside me, we have Baldudu, and both of us are going to be your casters for tonight. And of course, you already know what the teams are going to be. It's going to be 9 Heavens going up against Noctura Esports. And both of these teams are, of course, very, very well known, right? They're very well known. They've always been there on the leaderboards. And if you do not know about the leaderboards, man, come on, be aware about the esports scene, right? Baldudu, you already know who these teams are. You know, I mean, of course, you don't know the players, but you know that they are big names who have been around for a long, long time.
For sure. I mean, Noctura has been around forever, man, at this point.
Yeah. No, like not too many like, of course, kind of changes are there in the lineup, but if you think about the manager, if you think about the people always, rooting for this team, they have always remained the same. They have a very loyal fan base. They are very, very aware as well about the other teams as well. So I think that this match is going to be very interesting one. What do you think?
For sure. I mean, because both these teams have this, extremely loyal fan base. They have that dedicated fan base. So there's a lot of support for them. And at the same time, I feel like since these teams have been around for so long, they've probably played each other. They've probably verified squads together against each other. So there's been a lot of competition, both healthy and the other kind. So the question is, on this stage in the Mythic Showdown, which team is going to stay in the 1-0 bracket, the winner's bracket, and which one is going to be the loser? Because I wouldn't want to be the loser amongst these two. But one of them has to. So the question is it going to be Noctura Esports back after quite a long time? I mean, I'm finally seeing them a lot more active. And is it going to be 9 Heavens?
I'm really going to be interested to see as well. Is it going to be 9 Heavens? Is it going to be Noctura? Because these guys have already made a name for themselves. They have a reputation to live up to. So you cannot really afford to make too many mistakes. The fans will definitely get upset. And that's why we're going to go straight into the draft section, going into the ban section right away. As you can see, it's a dangerous grass map. So I feel like the Hilda can come into play. And talking about the Hilda, talking about pickoffs, I'm really, really waiting to see a Saber in this tournament. What do you think? Will Saber show up?
I don't know about the Saber, but we've seen Benedetta show up at some points. I mean, with the way the patch has been changing, Mathilda is now such a strong pick in the support lane, man. Mathilda, Beleric. The Freya is still surprisingly quite strong. I mean, I didn't expect the Freya to still stay viable. But the Saber, I mean, it could work, man. It could work because right now there are like 2 main damage dealers in each team. So, Saber could be a good pick, a great pick actually.
I feel the same way. Saber could actually be a great pick, and that's the reason why I have been anticipating it so much. On the side of Noctura, they have banned now the Akai and the Akai ban. It just seems like Noctura want to go for the Guinevere first pick. I guess that's the reason why they banned the Akai here. Guinevere always faces a problems when there's an Akai up against you. Paquito in the EXP lane, very, very heavy hitter. And if you are banning it out, you're probably going to take another heavy hitter as well. Paquito usually is able to counter a lot of course, the EXP laners as well. Because it can clear the lanes very fast, provide fast rotations, and just counter the enemy backline so easily. And on the other side, we can see the Phobias getting banned this time. Seems like some dash heroes are going to get picked up. Lancelot, Harriet, there are so many dash heroes which can work very well when the Phobias is banned. So I think there is a potential pick right now, which could be the Zushin or the Zetian for the first pick. But other than those two, what are your guesses for the first pick coming in from the side of Noctura?
Okay, since the Freya is down, I mean, the Baksha is also taken out. I think one of these teams is definitely going to be picking up the Fred. The Eve is also a good option. Yeah, the Eve is open, the Harith is open. Okay, they go in for the Harith, and I don't know, man. I mean, each time I see the Harith getting first pick, I feel like, especially in a dangerous grass map, you can afford to give away the Harith because you still have the Claude open, you have the carry open, and Harith picking it up this early with all of those options, all of these counters open, I feel is too risky because since you took a magic hero, a magic burst hero in your gold lane, you have to get physical damage from somewhere. So now it becomes a lot easier for, Nine Heavens to counter it out. And you don't have a tank jungle either because that's been stolen away. The Fred has been stolen away immediately.
Yep. Now you need a tanky frontline, and you have to decide what to pick up as your, of course, your utility jungler. And against the Fredrin, now that they have the Fredrin in their hands, they do not really need to worry about a carry showing up as well. They do not really need to worry about an X-Borg. I mean, X-Borg, yeah, probably. They need to worry about the X-Borg. But other than that, in the gold lane, it's going to be the Harith for sure. So they do not really need to ban out the carry anymore. One ban slot, a ban slot is just like, it's saved, you can say, for the side of Nine Heavens. Now, Noctura have to kind of, slow down the enemies. I think a Valir pick right now is very crucial. They have to pick up the Valir. It can be very good against the Fredrin. It can also be very good against the Atlas as well. You do not need to carry a Purify. But they go for the Lilia instead of the Valir. I would have really liked the Valir there. What do you think? Do you think the Valir could have been better, or is Lilia also it's good enough? What do you think?
I mean, I would take the Lilia over the Valir simply because of the fact that the Valir is kind of all in, all out. Like, usually he goes in for pokes, but the problem with the team fights is he has to commit really hard and he has to get very close, and he has only one skill to actually push people away. Whereas with the Lilia, while she doesn't have that kind of crowd control, she puts in a lot more damage, a lot more slow. She's more effective near the turtle fights, and she has that really annoying black shoes to bait out these, she could bait out the Fred. She's actually a great response to the Fred and Atlas too, but she can force out those dashes from them.
Definitely, you're telling the right things here. The Lilia, her mobility as well, that you keep gaining as you keep blasting those glooms. It's also very crucial because you know that the Atlas is the kind of hero that slows you down. So the movement speed that you get because of your passive is really going to be helpful to avoid the fatal links and the perfect match. Yeah. And along with that, now God showing up is going to kind of, bring things even here into the mid lane, I guess, because the God is also another one of those picks which is working so well in the meta right now, especially because the frontliners are getting very hard to melt. And that's the reason why the God is, of course, a very viable pick these days. Seems like Nine Heavens are targeting the jungle right now from the side of Noctura. The side of Noctura have a loss. And I don't know if it's a new player or is it an old player using a new IGN?
Dude, that's so annoying. It's so annoying, bhai. They keep changing their names every 2 minutes.
That's why I'm not really sure if this is a old player or this is a new player. But a Claude ban coming in. What do you think could be the next one? Oh, Arlord. Very fast actually. They banned it out very fast.
It was necessary. The Arlord ban was necessary because you have to take it out because that's the only strong current meta XP laner that's left open. I mean, the Phobius is taken out. The Freya, in terms of fighters, I would say the Freya is also down. So Arlord would basically be such a good answer for either of the teams. It'll be a great extra option for Nine Heavens. At the same time, actually it would be a very important option for Nine Heavens, and it would kind of complete the draft that Noctura is running. So with that, I think that is a perfect ban, but the question is, what will these guys pick up now in the XP lane? Is it going to be the Esmeralda or a Sora? Okay, it's the Sora, okay. Sora it is.
Seems like the Sora is going to show up tonight in the side of Nine Heavens. A very good setup hero, I would say. But the side of Noctura have too much mobility, so it's I would say it's kind of difficult for the Sora to pull off with a combo, right? The shifting skies is going to be really, very hard to pull off with. But if it does, get connected, I think the side of Nine Heavens have a very good follow-up in the form of this Gore with the Mystic Gush and even the Fatal Links from the Atlas. On the other side, the side of Noctura, they pick up the Guard, which is going to be they pick up the Yuzong, which is going to be very good to mark down the Guard, especially because we have seen in a lot of games that Guard is usually the kind of backline that is so hard to target because he's so deep. You can just, you just press a button, go back every single time. Just keep poking enemies like that. And that's the reason why Invoker here is going to be heavily targeted by Aisho Meow.
Okay, this is a very magic heavy draft coming into the side of Nine Havens, man. I mean, what will they be doing?
Well, you're saying Noctura. Noctura are the ones who have the very, very magic
Okay.
heavy.
I thought maybe the names were switched. Okay, my bad. Okay, my bad. But looking at what is to be done, Noctura right now, 4 magic heroes, very little actual crowd control. All the engage is so focused on, those team fights. I mean, they don't really have much in the scope of individual pick off because Lilia is going to take time to actually pop that damage off. So, do you really think that Guni pick was viable? I mean,
5 seconds till the
could you
enemy
have
reaches
gone
the
for something else instead?
Smash them.
I think it's very, very possible for them to go for something else here. But taking a look at this matchup of Pham versus Suki is going to be really interesting because we all know Pham, of course, is a very, very versatile gold laner. And yeah, talking about the new patch, right? Junglers can actually get the level 5 before the turtle. So let's see which team can pull that off here. Level 5 is a huge advantage, especially in the early game. When you get a level 5, your retribution damage is just way too much as compared to the enemy. And that's why, let's see which jungler here. Is it going to be Kalos or is it going to be Purple Haze who is going to get that level 5? Meanwhile, Lemonade here providing a lot of vision. And that is a lot of information that the side of Noctura can use and try to gain advantage against Nine Heavens. But
Okay.
talk about this mid lane though. I feel like some engage could be happening here.
Okay, no, Fishman is a little low, but they will not engage onto him for now because he has to keep Invokers safe as he takes a lot of damage from that Lilia. But right now there is a possible invade coming in. Both the junglers at their level 3, but the conquest is the Azure buff from the side of Noctura. Who's gonna get it? It's gonna be Purple Haze this time, who will be standing, getting both of his buffs for himself, as Kalos has now slowed down his farming speed, waiting for that invade. And this would it be the mistake that gives them away the turtle, or is there still hope for recovery? What is happening in the mid lane, man? Why is Noctura trying to dive a Hylos and a Lilia? Like, what is the plan?
Exactly. I think they want to gain some advantage, but the advantage cannot really be found here. And the one who gets level 4 first here could be very, very advantageous in the turtle fight. Take a look at that. Purple here will take that EXP crap, just hitting it at the last moment. Aisho Meow being denied here of the level 4. We'll get it finally. And now the turtle fight probably going to break out here. The Hylo still holding on to it for his teammates. Take a look at that. The bush already being revealed here. Aisho Meow's position already compromised. Turtle fight coming in. Who will be getting it first? Both the teams playing really slow.
Oh, big engage. We just spoke a little too soon because they've upped the ampo and think up the tempo to a notch. As 2 members, will it be 3? Yes, it is. Make it 4. Nine Havens collapse under the sprint that Noctura has brought to the table. Lemonade and team have been impeccable this team fight. They not only got the turtle, but nearly wiped out their opponents with only Super Shark somehow surviving that.
Yep, and take a look at this now. The 1v1 matchup as well, right? In the goal lane, like I told you. Pham was able to get a solo kill here onto Suki. And that's going to create even more pressure. Take a look at that 1 level gap already between the goal laners. And that's the reason why I was saying cutting down Pham here from the side of Nine Heavens is going to be really important. They cannot really let this guy, get all his farm for free. They cannot really let this guy free hit. because Farm on the Beatrix is a menace that you do not want to be dealing in the late game.
Oh, big jump coming in. Will the Violet Requiem connect? Yes, it does. Very low. Fishman gets the kill before Fam can escape in time. But Kalos will pay the price as Invoker gets the double kill on both Fishman and Kalos. And that's the last thing you want to do. Get this God active, because that is going to be the perfect response to this Lilia. And if the Lilia gets zoned away, this Nine Heavens team, I don't think it's going to be a good game for them.
Exactly. Nine Heavens, they did, shut down Farm right away, like I mentioned, but the thing is, the response was from Invoker and Lemonade pulling up with their combo and deleting two of their members. Nine Heavens, they thought they were, in the advantage for just a while, but NOC really, really aware as well of their enemies' movements, and they will bounce back right away. With that, second turtle coming up very soon. Let's see who takes the turtle advantage first, who takes the position. In the last fight, it was of course Nine Heavens who were the ones taking the better positions, but in the end, the team fight going in favor of NOC, taking away the turtle, getting a couple of kills as well. And that's why this time around, Nine Heavens approaching the turtle very, very cautiously. They do not want to give this turtle for free, but at the same time, they do not want to lose members. What do they do here?
I feel like they should just avoid that turtle altogether and catch them in the off rotation. Give space to Suki to actually get active, because right now Fam has Fam has got enough KP at this point. But okay, there's a big taunt coming in. Furious dive to escape. Oh no, there's no way he can escape. That was so many blinks, so many skills used up, and the Yuzong I Show Meow is gonna be sent back to base. O2 is his KDA.
Yep, seems like that is the case here. They're gonna pay the price. They'll get a tower, they'll get a kill as well. But on top side, Nine Heavens, they get the tower, but not the kill. Farm here, very cautious of the enemy's movements. Oh, take a look at that, Fisherman. The Revitalize being forced out here, even though it's just a Mystic Gush to deal damage onto that Hylos. Just showing how much of a pressure are NOC putting here. Nine Heavens being forced out of their own turrets as well. Take a look at the way Super Shax is so deep inside his zone. And now, I think NOC are trying to go in for this mid lane.
They have to do something, because the longer NOC delays their tempo, the worse it's going to get for them. Right now, they're going to use up that skill to push them away. Will he actually commit onto the Fatal Rings? The answer to that is yes. The Mystic Gush is going to clean up the unfortunate victim that is Fishman is right now. 1-3, this is the third time he has fallen. And Nine Havens need to bring something onto the scoreboard, because it might be 9 kills for Noctura before that. But off cam, something interesting just happened. Diego will fall, but the mid lane gets sieged. There's the taunt, Purple Haze zoning them away, and they're gonna get that mid tier 1 the tier 3 finally will fall. And I think the most important outer turret of all.
Yep, taking away the most important turret here. NOC are going to increase their control over the map even further. But this time around, seems like NOC are in a good position for this turtle fight. Take a look at the position of Kalos. But Purple Haze walks right up. He gets, along with the combo, so much damage being done. But it still does not fall. And it could be Diego here who will save him. And he will do so. But there's backup arriving. There's people arriving. And take a look at Farm. He gets that Bennett's combo and is able to delete 2 members just like that. Nibiru coming into play here. But one member who is unlucky to escape those Fatal Links is going to be Mr. Kalos. And now here, you can see another turtle going freely into the hands of NOC as they completely abominate their enemies.
And right now, Nine Heavens is getting 9-11 right now by that massive damage that Fam is dealing. Look at that right as we speak! Another huge engage, but oh my god, perfect catch coming in by Shomi. Everybody gets pulled back. Who is gonna survive? And the answer to that is still Fam escapes with a sliver of HP. How do you survive that? And the answer to that is probably the nearly 6k gold lead that Noctura have built for themselves. I Show Meow had the perfect set, man, but they still could not capitalize.
My goodness.
That's messed up.
Man, exactly like I was saying, man, this Beatrix is such a big threat here, such a big problem. I mean, Aishomya was literally trying his best to take him down. He still escapes with 1 HP. My goodness, I would be so pissed off if I was Aishomya right now. I mean,
Dude, you know,
that is long.
she healed on that quantum charge. The last bit of HP, right? It activated right as the
Yep.
Shara studio was going. The last
Yep.
bit of HP. Otherwise, that was a kill. That was a shutdown. That was a very big shutdown for them. And right now, the turrets, man, they're just knocking them down like dominoes right now. What can Nine Heavens do, Fredo?
Well, all 9 heavens can do is look up to the heavens and pray that at least one of the heavens answers them. If there are 9 heavens, at least one of the heavens should answer them, right? For now, though, I mean, take a look. Oh, Lemonier! Wow!
Oh my god!
Instantly deleted. Only the Lilia survived, and that too because she had that black shoes and the purify. Lemonier is so annoying right now. He doesn't even care who is up against him. It's even if it's the high loss, he will still go and he will still try to kill him.
Oh!
And Beatrix! Oh my god! I have never seen a high loss getting deleted like that with a Beatrix. Never.
Sheesh, oh my god, dude, this is not looking good. It's not even. The Lord is barely spawned right now, man, and they're at the base already. They baited out the shield. They're trying to do the same for the bot lane. They'll ideally try to pressure the bot lane so that they can get the Lord on the bot side. But right as we speak, there's finally a big catch. Lemonair might be punished for overextending. The answer to that is still no. They pull back the members. 9 heavens has been disrupted. Kalos will fall. They're looking for something else. The use of the retribution. Will they get the kill onto this Hylos? Appraiser's Wrath used up. Nearly takes down this Hylos. And they're just sieging down. They're not even waiting for the Lord, man. They're just sieging down the mid inhibitor. It's barely it's not 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, this would probably be a game where the Philippines are up against India or something. Probably like that kind of game is what's happening right now. NOC playing something of that kind because the way the game is going, NOC they're destroying 9 heavens like they are actually the number one team on the Mythic leaderboard, and NHV is probably a rising open winner or something.
And dude, genuine issue. I think wait, Lemonair. He has the flicker. Fam is also with him. I'm not gonna analyze anything right now, Fredo, because the second I see these two boys clump up together, like we know there's a set coming. And look at the gold, 9K. 9.6k, he's nearly 10k in 10 minutes.
Oh my god, he's on a Sky Piercer, and look at the number
Sky
of kills.
Piercer Beatrix.
He probably has 5.
Yeah.
Probably
10
has
kills
5
with Sky.
stacks already.
At the least. But right now,
Oh my
they're
god.
not shown themselves yet. Kalos and team, they're clumping up. They're clumping up. They've clumped up. There's the conceal popped up. Conceal has been used. Lemonair has still not shown himself. Conceal has expired. There's the glorious pathway used up. They brought them back. Lemonair looking for something. Will he give us the set that we want to see? Kalos with a big jump onto Fam. Who are they going to catch? She will survive for now. The Beatrix stands strong. Purple Haze, .HP. Invoker gets the kill on Kalos. There's 3 bodies down for 9 heaven. Will they defend this Lord? They somehow managed to, but the answer to that is no. Mystic Gush, Ages Shattered, and Noctura Esports will be going to the 1-0 upper brackets while sending their opponents to the losers. What was that match? What was that match, man?
I have nothing to say, bro. I don't know what happened. What was that? I mean, considering how good 9 heavens are too, and considering the reputation that they carry, I did not really expect them to crumble so easily down to their opponents. I thought it would be a very head-to-head match, a very neck-to-neck match where we'll see, the game going left and right every single time, every single fight happens, the momentum shift. But there was no momentum shift at all. It was complete domination coming in, and that's the reason why. And take a look at the MVP, a very well deserved MVP. It's going to be Lemonair on the Atlas, who is going to be the MVP of this match. The boy did a phenomenal job on this Atlas, catching every single member, doing everything in the right way, and making sure that the enemies do not get any space on the map. And that's why Fishman has to pay the heavy price. His team will lose because Lemonade was just dominating in the river area.
And dude, I think the reason we see such a huge disparity in performance, I think it's the draft, man. I think what is happening with many teams, I'm seeing this, that they've kind of meta game the patch, which is good. Like they understood the patch, these are the strong heroes, but they keep forgetting. Is we see this every time there's a new major patch. That team just end up picking the strongest heroes that yeah, bhai, this is working in this rank, this is working in the meta. But then they forget how well these heroes work together, because individually in these lanes, almost all of these are winning lanes, right? All of these are nearly winning lanes. But the problem is they don't sync together because there's no crowd control. There is nobody to defend them in the early game. There's nobody to stop the Fred. There's no one to really dive the backline on God except for this Yuzong. And the Yuzong has to divide his attention between the God and the Beatrix. Like,
Yep.
there's no one to stop the Sora either. I mean, what was the thought process behind Nine Haven's draft?
Exactly. There were a lot of issues with Nine Heaven's draft. They were taking too much dive while the enemy had dive as well. Thing is, you're not really having enough resources to deal with all the problems. What are you going to do? And that's exactly why I was saying that, of course, yeah, like you said, you do prefer the Lilia, but for me, I would always go with the Valir if there's a lineup like this, especially because I feel like even though the Lilia can kind of dance around the Fred Rain, get away from the Fred Rain. The thing about the Valir is the slowdown that you get from early game itself, the damage that you get is going to be much more annoying for me in my case, because Lilia, I mean, you can kind of sidestep away, right? But him, Valir, like he doesn't even he will keep on poking you from such a distance, and you try to get close to him, and he'll just push you away with a searing torrent. And that's the reason why I always prefer a Valir. But anyways, in this game, Nine Heavens completely outclassed, completely outshined by their opponents, and it's going to be, of course, none other than Noctura who are going to take the win. And of course, Lentina out there, one of the best managers in India, of course, such a misconsistent manager, I would say. Always pulls out the greatest lineups, always makes one of the best teams, and always delivers on the performance department, right? And with that, that was me, your boy Fredo. Alongside me, it was Baldudu. We casted this match, but do not go anywhere. One more match is waiting for you on the other side of this short break.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, take the Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Here we calling from the dark. Rise again, rise again. I won't break here. I'll rise again. Feet hit hard on the floor, chrome rain on the door. Your eyes ain't one thing more. Come on, come on. Sit up in the dark of the room, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, make your move now, make it count now. Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Countdown, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hands, shot mine, one more round on the climb. Hear that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold the line, hit the edge, cross the line. Go hard now, go hard now. We don't back down, we don't back down. Take the crown, boom, hands up, cut through the bloom. I move like I know the tune, no fear, no fear. Boot up, pick your lane, one shot, take a place. Eyes up, hands locked in, no fear, let it spin. Count down, feel that spark. We came here to leave a mark. Fast hand, sharp mind, one more round on the climb. Hit that rush, feel it rise. All in now, no disguise. Stay with me, hold that line. Hit the
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just had a very exciting game between, of course, Noctura and Nine Heavens, and obviously the game led pretty long. Actually, I was not expecting to be extended to such, definitely I thought the game would be going into a point where it might have ended, but it was very curious. But anyways, we'll get, of course, right now to the present instead. It is going to be between Team Yama Esports and a very well-known one all throughout the Indian esports scene right now, which is, of course, Team Godlike. And we are here to, of course, witness it together. And myself, I am Ray, and I'm going to be, of course, into the casting desk with none other than one of the really best analysts that India casting scene has. It's going to be Devi on the casting desk. Hello. Good evening, Devi. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing very okay because I was actually here before, and now I'm excited to be back here because, like you said, one of the well-known teams. I think they are gonna be the top two here for a while now because they have been into the finals for the MLMS for Godlike, and also we have Yama Esports. I think they are coming back together after a long while. They are recreating their team, and I think you're gonna be surprised to see that most of them are old players anyway, which they come from Yama before going for the MBZ. But now I think this is definitely gonna be a challenging part because Ray, this is a best of 1 series, and it's very different from best of 3s and best of 5s and 7s that Godl in particular are used to. So I think this is definitely going to be a chance for Yama to bring something onto the table because they also have a very amazing lineup. But the problem is going to be there's a bit of situation for Godl where they are very good in reading a well-known opponent. So Yama is also well-known, man.
Yep, that is the thing because these top teams have been grown very accustomed to playing longer series, which obviously has its advantages and right now disadvantages because the best of 1 series, it's basically like playing a 7th game in the BO7 series, but without any of the prior knowledge or without any of the previous games. You don't know you might know your opponents up to down to everything, like what draft they go for, what strategies they go for, but it's kind of hard to tell in just a single game. Basically, of course, you can, I guess, try to gamble it up. There is obviously a strategy, I guess. Maybe if you do lose this game around, you can try to come back up the longer way, but guess what, that longer way most of the time is not preferable. It's just better to have that easier way. I mean, who wouldn't want it, right? Do the hard work now, of course, so the work doesn't extend a little bit longer. So let's see what strategies they will opt for. Like you mentioned, both of the teams are able to read their opponents well. Both of the teams have been in stages where they have fought in best of 1 series from 512 teams and reached the top 4. I mean, before becoming the top, obviously they also started at 0, but like the momentum, consistency, they have been consistently playing at least a minimum of BO3, like you mentioned. So it's going to be interesting how they sort it out. Yama is going to be on to the blue side, and we're going to be getting the Godlike into the red side, right side, whatever you call it, right? So let's see what their bans are going to be right now. 3 incoming from the side of Yama, 3 from Godl. What is it going to be?
I think when you face against Warren, right, the boxer ban is gonna be a must. So I think they will actually go for that. But yeah, it's like a Phobia's martial popularity here in India. You usually ban these 2 heroes away because you don't want to face it. Because Indian people, they are actually very well accustomed to brawly fights, and I'm surprised to see Godel actually banning away the Marcel because Art is one of the best Marcel user in India. We have to give it up to him, man. There are not many players who can play the Marcel very well, but Art shouldn't be one of them. He is definitely one of the other side of the Marcel players here. So I think they just want to deny it from Poppy Shrek as well, who is also a very, very good roamer, but he usually is the guy who plays the tanky frontliner rather than the support. So I don't think he'll bring out the Marcel, but either way, you don't want to take your chances, right?
Absolutely. And of course, these 2 teams have a lot of history together because they have played together, isn't it? They have won tournaments together. They have won LAN events together. In fact, that too last year, the Northeast online tournament that was hosted around October month as well during autumn season. It was autumn tournament. I believe Rada and Art played together, right? And they were able to win that championship under, I believe, what was it? Under Secret Shine name, was it? Or was it a different name?
They were
Okay.
Secret Shrine before MS2, yeah. It is Secret
Yes,
Shrine.
yes. So right now, obviously, since they're going to be playing together, it's like meeting up with your old friend in your opposing side as well. I guess you can say it as an advantage, but to be fair, it can be a disadvantage because guess what? They also know you. So I'm really curious to see. And I guess, the thing is, both of these teams, they are not unfamiliar, right? Unlike a lot of the teams that have been reformed, like they've had imports, they've had new members, they've had older members leave. It feels like they're a completely different person now, like the Sheep of Theseus, where a lot of the pieces have been taken away. It has been rejoined, but is it the same thing? It's not. But for these two teams, they're kind of, it's almost the same thing except for slight nitpicks. But let's see, the last ban is right now going to be coming in. I'm curious to see what they're going to be followed through, Debbie.
Oh yeah? Okay, there we go. Zushin is always going to be a hero that's going to be banned away for some reason for the side of Yama Esports because
Wow,
there we
I
go.
wonder why.
I wonder why. Yeah. But wherever Roran is, that team usually bans the Zushin because why? You can see the Ansha. He's a very good utility player and he have the best retribution amongst Indian jungle as well. That's not a stretch, that's real. But onto the other side, the first pick Akai might eventually be a big problem here because there are so many ways to try to handle the Akai, but not into the jungle side. Because look at that, Godl, they ban away the the Baxia and the Fredrin that are his comforts, and he have another one on his pocket. But if he don't pick away the Akai here, Godl are sure to ban it onto the next part. But there we go, Godl going for the Freya into the XP lane, and it's gonna be the Fate's signature pick. That's gonna be the Cloud onto that too. But one thing about the XP laners imports that we have in India right now is that Godl have a very, very good XP laner imports, man. If you know me, I love watching XP laners play, and I've seen this guy. He's so good in every heroes that he's been given to. So Freya into his hands might eventually be a very, very big threat.
Okay, I'm going to be trusting your words on it because I personally do not like the Freya into the XP lane. I feel like she doesn't have, the capacity to provide what any XP lane provides. She's more like a damage XP, something similar to a Paquito without the capacity to flank. Freya is very obvious hero. She's not going to be like something like a Paquito, which is slippery, which can go into the backline without you noticing. Freya is massive. She literally has wings. Her skill is AoE. It's hard not to notice her diving into the backline, right? So unless they're able to, I guess, pull off a conceal play, the Freya is not going to be able to provide you the conceal that you're looking for. Sorry, the flank that you're looking for. She's more of a frontline fighter, which also, when you put it into that category, she does come down a D tier. The reason her popularity is literally because of the gold lane, isn't it? So I'm going to be trusting her word on it because, hey, Debbie is the XP lane expertise. That's the 2 E's in her name actually stand for. So, yeah, XP lane expertise, that's those 2 E's. But let's see, they have to respond with an Atlas that has recently got Giga buffed. I would honestly say he has been, he went from a tier of not getting picked anywhere into the competitive scene to right now getting top picked.
Yeah, I love it. Actually, Atlas is actually very good when you want to have a very good control onto the mid side because of the passive that he have, and he's very active, and he's also become quite unkillable with the tankiness that he recently got. So he's become a nuisance. It's like he's like the double, the triple targeter of like a version of Azalea now. So it became a very, very good hero to pick off when you want to go for a bit of a control. But now that I think about it, Art has been trying to transition his way into a pick-off hero, but he's going back to the form where he want to go for a complete supporter onto the hideouts again. So I think these hideouts might eventually be him trying to prioritize onto the map. He want to have that good frontliner because, like you said, Freya is not a hero that is for the frontline, right? It's usually for a gold lane, but when you play it as a XP lane, which I don't actually mind because it works. against the Paquito, against heroes like even the Arlot, okay? Because this is why they want to pick it. And I think he wants to have a good support onto the damage dealers that he has so far right now. So he pick up the Hylos, trying to rush it before it bends away, because there's not many tanky heroes into the room that's as tanky as the Hylos.
Yeah, I believe that could be the game plan, but like you mentioned, it is going to be important how they overcome this caveat of obviously having the Hylos as their only sole frontliner, which can be very much melted away. There is still like, look at that, they immediately pick up the Lunox, negating the fact that they have a high HP hero in front of it. Lunox is just going to be making him the victim instead. Of course, there is obviously a chance that Freya is able to provide a good amount of crowd control with the addition of the Valentina going to be copying the Fatal Links every time. It's just obvious. She's here to counter out that Atlas as much as possible. There's a chance that we might get, I guess, a few final slashes, but I believe it's just going to be Fatal Links versus Fatal Links happening in the Land of Dawn. Last pick going to be coming in right now for the side of Yama Esports, settling with, I guess, the football season is up, and we're going to be getting the Bruno. Yeah, tonight, what match is it? I don't know. I don't watch football. I guess Debbie can let me know.
I forgot. I only remember when there are handsome dudes playing.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
very valid. Very valid.
Okay. I thought I was the only one, man. I mean, I watch for the football, but you know, the players play an important role. Unlike MLBB, where if you you're only supported if you're playing good on the heroes. And I'm hoping, because Neo is a new addition for Yama, right? But he has been in the scene for a while now. The last time I've seen him in a tournament, he was actually carrying 3 MLMS player, including Raren, I presume, yes, in a Nagaland tournament, and he was actually playing an XP lane. So now that he's going for the mid lanes, that I want to see what he can do with this extra hyper aggressive hero that he picked away, because it's the Lunox. It's really not that common. And talking about the uncommon stuff, look at that. It's gonna be the Link, which I presume will work into the jungle now this time around. You know, Ray, I've been hoping for a Link to come through in this tournament, and it hasn't been. The girls' tournament had played it, but you know, there's something very nice, a bit more interesting and satisfying about the guys playing the Link here.
Wow, what a very not targeted sentence. But yeah, I don't know. I get you. I get what you were trying to convey. Okay, sometimes we do not find, of course, the best possible sentences to express what we feel. You know, it happens. I'm a victim of that. I mean, to be fair, I'm a victim of that always. But jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Land of Dawn. We're going to be, of course, witnessing the side of Team Yama Esports going against Godlike in this best of 1 series, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be the expanding river map, giving a lot of rotation speeds towards the mid laner, and I'm curious to see how the rotations are going to be, with the new, of course, added thing of going for the green crypts to get the level 2 power spike, so you can faster take away your purple, your orange, whatever, yada. But anyways, Debbie, how are you feeling about this game? Of course, I guess you've expressed it. Should I ask you the same question? Hey, no, answer me again.
You know, Lanaya, if you're familiar with him, he has been playing into the MPLID, the White United previously. So this just means that he's going to be very, very good into the macro factor as well as the micro now. He's the one for the first time in this MS3 series picking away the Link. So I'm going to have to lean towards them. But if it is against an Akai, it's definitely going to be not the best case scenario when you go for the 1v1 situation, right? But for the Link, he's definitely... Wait, Dog?
Okay, bottom lane, that could have been a little bit fatal, and now she will be able to get a kill. I get it. Okay, I know you might say, hey, Ray, you said the Freya was... Bruh, the damage is also damage. He'll be able to win the lane against the Arlet, which of course is kind of... Let's be real, Arlet does not get anything before the level 4. He is extremely vulnerable. And that first blood gonna be going to the side of Godlike, but things will switch as soon as we get that level 4 power spike for everyone actually in this game.
They're dependent on it though. Lanaya trying to do something out here. He's already level 4. But if there is no flicker burn or whatsoever coming through from the side of Yama, I don't think he's gonna be the one and trying to engage for the team fights. But I also think that they might eventually... Oh wait, is there something going on into the mid side? Poppy Surek he's just trying to... Yeah, that's villain, huh?
Yeah, that's just Valen trying to get her the XP as much as possible from her passive. And right now, the turtle lane is going to be most likely be the focus of both the sides of the teams. Let's see which are going to be able to pick. Oh, okay, going for the Akai ultimate is also pretty good with the heavy spin. Freya has already charged with the Valkyrie's decent with the enhanced form. I believe this turtle is just going to be a goner, but to be fair, this but on the other side, Neo was able to capture a kill on the top lane in a 1 versus 2. That was pretty close for Misery. He's going to be able to regen back, but that's a kill, of course, for Neo. Yeah, this guy's aggression, I've seen it before. I've seen him on jungle, actually. And yeah, he has played, to be fair, almost all roles in the competitive scene now. Pretty impressive.
Bro. What is with these Naga players and their flexibility, man? Come on, but Narasi. Oh?
Okay, Narasi gets pinned into the wall. There's gonna be taking a kill. A really great setup coming in. They knew what they had gotta do when they saw the Freya in the bush, and they were able to execute it perfectly.
Narasi, man, you don't want to showcase that in the tournament. It's usually a very, very good deal for a Freya to have that early game momentum so that you will be able to go for the flanks, but perfect read coming through from Yama. This is the sole reason why they were picking up a Lunox for Neo here. They want to go for the burst. They want to go for the combination with the heavy spin, and Varen perfect onto one of his pocket picks that he had picked into the first phase. He is working out right now, even though they lost out the first turtle eventually, even when they had the Akai. With the trade out that they took onto the top lane side, I think it's still very, very good for the side of Yama. They are trying to narrow down the amount of goal lead that Godlike are trying to have.
Yeah, and towards the bottom lane, it's another kill into Dark. Not having the best time, but at the same time, there's going to be a time with the spin. And trades after trades have been made, but that was only 2 for 1. Actually survived, and with this Godlike lead the scores with 4-3. They even take the bot.
They took the bot, but yeah, Ray must be under the water. It's okay, man, he's definitely back. But the turtle again for the second time, Godl will be trying to take this again. Man, Ling having the turtle, first turtle, second turtle against an Akai is usually very common. Oh, there we go. Oh, I want to know what kind of build he wants to go for, you know? Berserker, and trust me on this, War X as well, it does work.
You've been trying to get the War X, but let's see if they get the War towards the top lane. Akai is going to be going back with a retreat heavy spin. That just means that Purple is going to be a little bit of an open leeway for them to go for, but looks like Ling is more interested towards his own Purple. Does not really want to go for fights because he is the most vulnerable in his team, even more so than the Claude, because after all, he has to waste more expensive resources compared to the Claude who can just BMI out of there. Towards the top lane, going to be able to put a little bit more pressure. Valentina has the fatal links right now. Freya still trying to zone away as much as possible, but I believe he should be a little bit more careful, and especially Narasi.
Rasi. Isn't it fun to say his name, Narasi?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go for that because he's picked up a Freya, and that's a very brawly hero. Hard though.
Okay, he's gonna be going with the ramp. The ramp does miss out, slows him a little bit. But right now, Akai most likely. Oh, the really on point flicker.
Wow.
Valentina are gonna be able to get out of there, and they will just go for the macro towards the top side, while the Ling also is putting in the work on the bottom lane. Godl only focusing on what's important, the turrets.
That's what wins your games, man, because 3-4 is the score under the 6 minute of the game. That means that the objective teamfight has been happening, but Puppy Shrek, he doesn't have to flicker, they know that, but look at that!
Okay, beautiful placing duel coming up. Fatal Links connects to Freya, pulling in. Not enough though, that knock-up could not really make her stay, and with this, the Freya's gonna be able to survive, and look at that Valkyrie's decent enhancement is just insane. Doesn't even need anybody target. You just regen as long as you attack, and a single turret push has right now made her full HP from the 20% measer 1. Akai into the mid lane really wants to perhaps make a set, but I believe that was like a missed call. That's gonna be really heavy. But at the same time, there's gonna be the IMU Fatal Links popping in. They wanted to make a play with the Arlot, I believe, but that backfired. And right now, Godl leading with 6-3.
This is not usually the fights that you really want to take, man. you want to play with the alert into the early phases of the game so that he will be able to get out of the lane so that the combination with the Akai can come through. But you cannot really do that when the other side are actually so well fed with 3 turtles already taken away and Lanaya being so free onto the farm. And he's not going for the route that I wanted him to, man. He's going for the Hassas Claws, which means that the definite damage will be there, but he will be able to stay into the team fights longer than usual for Ailing. He also got a damage buff after that. But on the other hand, Godl are trying to stay together, but they are also splitting out the lanes because they were able to take out to the bottom lane, the top lane as well. Only the mid is standing. Why? Because Yama, they have a team fighting composition. They are able to go for the team fights, but when they are doing that, they are unable to protect the side lanes that Lanaya have been taking it down.
And right now, considering that the macro difference has been creating even more so with the structures being the main caveat, the main difference that you see into the map, it's really going to be a kind of complicated and I guess a little bit hard for how. I wonder what the game plan for Yama Esports is right now to be processing, because they obviously cannot pick up Fate that easily. He's been taken down once only by Neo on the top lane. After that, they have been kind of unsuccessful because, of course, he has a Purify. And looking at the itemization, Claude is almost going to be done with the Trinity as well. And look at the damage coming in alone from the Valentine and Claude. Akai, Raden is just on a really not on a good spot. He's really behind.
One thing funny about the Valentina is that you have so many ways to build her. You don't necessarily have that item that's like, this is a core item for Valentina, right? Because you can actually go for anything you want. If you go into the XP lane, you can actually build out the tankiness. And now into the mid side, they know that they are going against tanky junglers, tanky frontliners. And he actually, for Senju, he actually built away the Divine Glaive as well as the Going One. That's actually gonna be enough. And now with the control onto the map, there's no spacing whatsoever for the side of Yama to go through anywhere near the Lord Pit. Look at Narasi, man. He's just styling here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's trying to gain back the aura that he lost in that same bush. Getting pinned in the wall by 2 tanks and getting taken down, unfortunately. Mid lane. Okay, that was a little bit of a rushed final slash. Was not necessary, honestly, to be fair. From the back end, Fatal Links connects into the Freya. Looks like it's going to be a full fray, but she's going to be retaliating back with the Hylos' ramp coming in. There's going to be the heavy spin IMU coming in as well. And the Arlod taken down with this. And Yama Esports, they are just going to be 4 seconds wall and just defend this Lord, I believe, towards the top lane. They do have the Holy Shield. It's going to be able to pop off, and it is going to be a successful defense, but it doesn't take away from the point they're really behind. 3-7 score.
Yep. And Art, it doesn't have the ultimate just yet, so they're gonna have to wait a little bit. But man, the heavy spin was more in favor for the side of Godlike rather than for Yama there. I was thinking maybe it was Senju would take it, and look at that though.
Okay, massive team fight breaking out. There's gonna be a final slash coming in. At the same time, Lula throwing it as well. The football connects in Fade. The Blink is gonna be there at the same time. Here comes a Ling with a beautiful combo of the Blinks. He's looking to take down another kill, but Bruno, Misery captures two. Is he looking for one more? Valentina trying to soak up some damage. Bruno crit rate was just slightly off right there, and Valentina and Frail is able to survive that. For a second, I thought that is a for sure kill secured for Misery, but to be fair, even he was taken down low. He was trying to be a little bit aware of the position from Lanaya, but yeah, 5-10 score. Yama Esports does respawn, but I believe it was more so the fact that Godlike did dig too deep in this fight.
Yeah, Lanaya, man, he already got the endless battle. And then that's going to be a bit of a 2 damage here too. And it's very understandable, right? Because there's so many tankiness coming into the hands of Yama Esports here. Except for Dark. He hasn't been able to find that perfect combination with Raden. And that kind of stopped the whole point of having this composition, right? And they have a they have a second carrier, that is the Bruno Misery. He hasn't been taken down. He's always very good like this, he's very unstoppable most of the time. But he does need the spacing, so even with the sets coming through from Poppy's Reg, it's actually not enough.
Yeah, and the fact that the goal difference is right now going to a massive 9 to 10,000, it just paints a good picture that it's a full-on snowball game for the side of Godlike, and it's mostly due to the fact that you mentioned, Debbie, is the fact that there was supposed to be synchronization of the dual carries. Okay, there's going to be the light side getting used up, the brilliance is gone, so but to be fair, the cooldown is pretty low, honestly. They're going to be able to get it back. There's just no position they're in to go for this Lord. Ling is going to be able to melt it out before they can even respond back, and right now they're actually the ones putting in pressure. Ling doesn't really exactly need help. He's level 15, fully built. Look at the crit. He doesn't even care. Takes a lot solo, melts it away. And now Yama is into another spot of defense, waiting for the side of Godlike to overcommit once more.
Overcommitting might not be in the book for Godel here.
Misclick?
Baited out.
Is it a misclick? Raden? He used to spin a little bit too quickly. He's gonna get punished immediately for that. Can't be making a mistake in a competitive play, my friend. That's a blunder. Now the Akai is no longer there. They don't have the pushback. The knockback is gonna be missing. They're not gonna be able to obviously force away neither the Valentina nor the Freya. It's just gonna be really looking dicey for them. What they can do about it, let's see. The turrets are basically gonna be going down one by one. It's all gone. Their base exploded. The Lord with 30% of the HP still left onto the bar. There's going to be the Hylos coming up with the ram. There's going to be a lot of skills used. They're doing the absolute best to defend. IMU comes in with a blazing duet on the back end. Akai does finally come back in. I believe he's going to be able to just use a heavy spin, push them away a little bit more. Yes, he's going to be doing that, especially the Ling. Buys enough time, but I don't think enough time is going to be doing anything. The base is locked in. It just needs one more attack, and it was the basic attack from the Claw just securing the deal. The blunder makes them lose this game, costs them so severely, and right now they're going to be down a point into the Switch days, Debbie.
Yep, down a point, and I don't blame them actually because they are against the big dogs on the first day. So yeah, you gotta give them a bit of a credit for staying that long into the fights here. And I think they did not have any mistake until the early phases of the game, but the fact that still the Link pick was actually very beautiful, man. Come on, he was actually alone, and then no, we got the debut of the XP laner that I'm looking forward to. Narashi, and the MVP for the game here. It's the Freya after all, and it's against the Arlott, right? And we already said into the draft that Freya doesn't really care about the Arlott, and we could see, right? He was manhandling Dark like crazy.
I'm just gonna say it, I have a superpower and it is reverse cursing. Any hero I say is bad, it somehow gets the MVP. Like what? Why is it repeating every tournament? And it is unintentional completely. I just mentioned it because it's true. The Freya is just not that effective. But the thing was that, honestly, I believe Yama made quite a lot of mistakes. Like you mentioned, Debbie, they were not in synchronization. The Fatal Links was really not on point. They kind of really for sure wasted the Atlas pick. And eventually, of course, they did not focus on the fact that they have a dual carry. They have Neo and they have Misery. Both really strong, of course, damage scalers. Both of them scale tremendously well into the late game, but Lunox was doing very good right from the early game, capturing the kill into the Cloud even. So I believe there was, for sure, I guess, a little bit more refine. They need to sharpen the blades a little bit more. Like you mentioned, you know, it's, I guess, a reformed one, right? It's been a while. They were in ABZ with a kind of a different lineup, but we do know they have played together with... But you get my point, right? It's all different members that have came back together once more to shine with the Mythic Showdown Season 3, but it's visible there needs to be a lot more practice, and I feel a lot more build-up that they gotta do. To be fair, they are fighting one of the best, of course, one of the teams that has been securing spots into the LAN events, into the finales, even winning majority of them. So it is understandable even that too. They have a few new faces that we have mentioned, which is Lanaya and Narashi. So it's going to be interesting what follows through. But yeah, with the game stats being shown, it was almost a 14-minute game with the KDA difference of being 15-6. The goal lead was massive though. What is that? 14,000. None turtle, none turret, no lord. Majority of the buffs also kind of stolen. So yeah, Yama, you have a journey, but guess what? Thankfully, we're just starting. It's only day 2 of the Swiss stage.
It's kind of funny, right? Because it's an Akai who is usually doing well into the objective team fights. And they weren't able to take any of the turtles or the Lord. They say a lot about the macro and the positions coming through from the side of Godlike. How is that even fair, man? Because like they were already strong enough and they're rebuilding the team because you see Art and Fate and you're gonna see like you're gonna think like this team will pull up something again. Because let's face it, man, whenever you see Art in a team, you'll be like, this guy's gotta do something with with this team again, and we might see something different again. And I think this is what we are looking forward to in this tournament as well, with the new matchups, change-ups that he had, and even Senju with the new addition for his team. I think it's a very matching style because Senju is also aggressive and Art can be aggressive when he wants to. So with the Valentina and the Hylos, they were really making it work. And Yama, I don't want to count it out because they were doing so well. They still did well with Neo on top of that too. And I think I really like his performance. Just give them a bit of a time, and I think they will still have something that can change stuff when to the coming days.
Yeah, basically they need the polishing to be done, a little bit more refined, and they will come clean, and they will be able to hopefully get back to the form that they used to be. Because of course we want to see them combat even better squads. Obviously we have a lot of new names in the Mythic Showdown Season 3, and we want all of them to of course take it out into the Land of Dawn itself. For now, they are in kind of a little bit of an uncomfortable space in the best of one series, which puts them at a win or loss. There is no second chances. They have to go all in, but at the same time, a lot of teams are kind of trying to hold back with their draft, right? They do not want to commit completely with, of course, revealing all the strategies, so they're trying to keep back a little bit. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag for sure, but we're looking in future. Of course, it's just the day 2, and ladies and gentlemen, we will definitely be seeing you in the day 3 tomorrow. For now, we're going to be taking our goodbyes, but make sure you tune in tomorrow at Wadrum Games, bringing you Mythic Showdowns Season 3. Good night, take care, and make sure you do tune in tomorrow, eh? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boot up, pick a lane, one shot, take your place.